Did you know that according to the World Health Organization of the United Nations, 1 in 3 women worldwide have experienced either physical and/or sexual intimate partner and non-partner violence in their lifetime? The thing is that in the historical moment in which we live hasn't been the only one experiencing this problematic. The origins of violence against women are nearly as old as the human race. Every day, women from all around the world suffer from innumerable acts of gender-based violence, but this has to stop right now. I believe women have experienced enough coercion throughout the history for no reason. We have been the target of a sick society that arbitrarily attacks the ones who are afraid to fight for their rights. But that isn't our case anymore. We are strong, we are capable, and we will definitely not stay still watching how anyone tries to take away the one thing that belongs to us, our freedom. Nowadays, those that justify this type of violence against women have created various arguments. They think that most of the time the victims are the ones that provoke sexual assault, as they probably dress or act in a promiscuous manner. They also think that if a woman goes to a place where this type of violence can happen, then she should assume the risk of and don't complain if something happens. Other major arguments they use is the one that states that a sexual assault can be solved as such if it happens after drinking alcohol or consuming drugs. Basically, the main idea this series of arguments summarize is that the victims are the ones to blame, and the violence happens because they themselves looked up for it. On the other hand, there are still human beings with at least a sense of fairness and basic logic that differ from the arguments exposed below. Rape and assault are crimes of violence and control that stem mainly from the complex of a person wanting to have control over another. A provocative garment or behavior will never be the reason for an assault. Also, going to certain places does not make you guilty if you're assaulted. This assumption of risk wrongfully places the responsibility of the assaulter in the victim. If a person is under the influence of any drug, that's not an invitation for sexual activity. The assaulters are the ones that choose to take advantage of the situation as they see in the victim a vulnerable and easy target. In my opinion, the freedom of a woman and her way to act, to dress or to be should not be determined by a man's action. We should not let them coerce our actions. We should leave aside the thoughts that condition us to act in a certain way just to avoid being hurt, to avoid being raped, to avoid being hit, to fit in the ridiculous beauty canon society has designed for us. We deserve the same treatment men have. We deserve the same opportunities men have. We deserve to be treated like men are. It's incredible. We are already in the 21st century and this kind of violence is still seen among our society. Tolerating this is unacceptable and we definitely need to advocate women's rights on the run of inequality of sexes. The change is in our hands, and by thinking violence can be justified, we are stopping the progress. We are stopping our society from growing exponentially and leaving behind any kind of prejudices that promote the inequality. Thank you.